Most men come to Pattaya thinking they have found paradise. Cheap drinks, beautiful women, warm weather, no responsibilities. No one asking questions about your past. For a lot of guys, the first night here feels like they just escaped prison. Suddenly you're walking down streets full of neon lights, music blasting from every bar, girls smiling at you like you're the most interesting man in the world. After a lifetime of being ignored, that kind of attention feels intoxicating. And for a while, it is. You tell yourself you've figured life out. Why go back to stress, bills, and miserable relationships back home when you can live like this? But if you stay here long enough, you start noticing something. The guys who never leave, they're not always winners. Some of them are, but a lot of them are just men who got comfortable living inside an illusion. Because Pattaya doesn't destroy you overnight. It doesn't drag you down, kicking and screaming. It's much more subtle than that. It gives you freedom. Too much freedom. Freedom to drink every night. Freedom to spend money like it doesn't matter. Freedom to surround yourself with people who tell you exactly what you want to hear. And slowly, without realizing it, your habits change. Your priorities change. And eventually, you start changing. Because Pattaya isn't just a party city. It's a place that slowly reveals who you really are when nobody is watching. And if you're not careful, the version that survives here might not be the one you're proud of. So today, I want to talk about something most Pattaya videos never mention. What living here for years actually does to a man. Let's get into it.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
The honeymoon phase. Episode 1, Paradise Found. In the beginning, Pattaya feels like the greatest decision you've ever made. Everything about the place feels electric. The first time you walk down Walking Street, the lights, the music, the chaos, it's overwhelming in the best possible way. Bars stacked on top of bars, girls everywhere, guys laughing like they just hit the lottery. And for a moment, you believe you did. Because suddenly life feels easy. Back home, maybe you were just another guy. Work, bills, responsibilities, the same routine every day. But here you're interesting. Here, people smile when you walk by. If you go into a bar, girls grab your arm and pull you inside. Strangers sit down next to you and start talking like you've been friends for years. It feels like the world opened a secret door and somehow you found it. And the craziest part? It's cheap. Drinks here cost less than a coffee back home. Food is everywhere. And the attention you're getting, well, that's something most men haven't felt in a long time. So the nights start stacking up. One good night turns into 2. 2 turns into a week. And weeks turn into months. You start learning the streets. Your favorite bars, your favorite girls, your favorite late night food spots. The chaos that shocked you on day 1 slowly becomes normal. You start telling friends back home, man, you wouldn't believe this place. And you mean it. Because right now, Pattaya feels like paradise. But here's the part nobody tells you when you first arrive. Paradise has a way of slowly turning into routine. And routine is where the story really begins. Because what starts as a vacation can quietly turn into a lifestyle. And that's where episode 2 of the Pattaya story begins. The Party Trap. Episode 2, Every Night is Friday. After a while, Pattaya stops feeling like a vacation. It starts feeling normal. And that's when things get dangerous. Because the first few months, you're just visiting the party. But eventually, the party starts visiting you. You walk down the street, and suddenly you know everybody. The mama-san waves, the bartender already has your drink prepared. 3 girls yell, "Hello, handsome man," like you just came home from war. You tell yourself it's because you're charming. It's not. It's because you're predictable. You've got your bars now, your routine. Maybe it starts innocent enough, just one beer, then another, then a lady drink. Then suddenly it's 2 a.m. and you're negotiating prices with a girl whose job description includes emotional manipulation and Olympic level stamina. And the next morning you wake up thinking, did I just spend 6,000 baht to have sex with someone who called 5 other guys baby tonight? Yes, you did. But here's the real trap. It doesn't feel bad at first because the city keeps rewarding you. Attention, laughter, girls sitting on your lap pretending your jokes are hilarious. Even the bad decisions feel fun. You're drinking more, sleeping less, eating questionable street food at 3 a.m. like it's a Michelin star restaurant. And somehow, you're still telling yourself, this is the life. Meanwhile, your sleep schedule looks like a Bolivian powder merchant during festival season. Your bank account is bleeding slowly, and the girl you met 2 hours ago just told you she loves you, right after asking for money for her very sick buffalo. But none of that matters because right now, the city still feels exciting. And that excitement is addictive. Not the girls, not the bars, the feeling. The feeling that you escaped your old life. The problem is, the longer you stay inside that feeling, the harder it becomes to leave it. And before you know it, you're waking up at 4 a.m., brushing your teeth with a beer and wondering if the girl sleeping next to you remembers your name. The lifestyle shift. Episode 3, when the party becomes your personality. After a year or two, something strange starts happening. The party isn't just something you do anymore. It becomes who you are. You start structuring your life around the nightlife. Sleep during the day, gym maybe if you're disciplined. Then back out again once the sun goes down. Because in Pattaya, night is when the city actually wakes up. You start recognizing the patterns. Same bars, same music, same conversations. Same girls telling you the same stories. My boyfriend, very bad man. My buffalo sick. My family need help. At some point, you realize something hilarious. Half the women in the city have terminal buffalo problems. That poor animal has died more times than characters in a Marvel movie. But here's the weird part. You stop caring. You know the game. She knows the game. Everyone's playing their role. It becomes transactional, but comfortable. And comfort is dangerous, because when something becomes normal, you stop questioning it. You stop asking why you're spending 5 nights a week in the same bars. Why your friend group consists entirely of guys who also accidentally stayed here. Why the girl you've seen 6 times still calls you customer. You laugh about it, you joke about it, but slowly something else is happening. Your priorities start shifting. The life you had back home, it's feeling very, very far away. Friends drift off, family messages get shorter. The career you once cared about doesn't seem as important anymore. Because Pattaya gives you something incredibly addictive. Immediate gratification. Why worry about tomorrow when tonight looks like this? Cold drinks, warm company, a girl sitting on your lap whispering that you're different from other men. Spoiler alert, she said that same thing to the guy who left 10 minutes ago. But in the moment, it feels real enough. And that's all the city needs. Because by the time you realize the lifestyle has changed you, you're already deep into episode 3 of Life in Pattaya. And now the real question starts creeping in. Are you living here by choice? Or are you just part of the scenery now? The reality check. Episode 4, The Game. At some point, the illusion breaks. Not all at once, just little moments. You watch the same girl tell 3 different guys she loves them in the same night. You see a guy who swear he found the one right before she disappears with another customer. You realize Half the sad stories you've been hearing are just creative writing with better acting. And suddenly, it clicks. This whole place, it's a business. Not a romance, not love, not destiny. A business. You're not a boyfriend, you're a revenue stream with legs. Now listen, that doesn't make the girls evil. They're working. But the problem is, the guys who came here thinking this is some magical fairy tale, it's not. It's a bar tab with lipstick on it. And once you see the game clearly, you can't unsee it. You start noticing the patterns everywhere. The lies, the routines, the same stories recycled every night. And the saddest part? There are still guys sitting in those bars convincing themselves their situation is different. It isn't. The Crossroads. Episode 5, Sink or Swim. If you stay in Pattaya long enough, you eventually hit a crossroads. Because once you see the game, you've got two choices. You either get swallowed by the city, or you learn how to live in it without losing your damn mind. And you can spot the difference instantly. One guy wakes up at noon, hungover, checking his phone to see which girls he paid last night. The other guy is already at the gym, sweating out last night's bad decisions before breakfast. One guy is still chasing the fantasy, still believes the next girl, the next bar, the next wild night is going to finally make him happy. The other guy already figured something out. Pattaya is fun, but it's not a life plan. Because if you are not careful, the city will happily turn you into a professional tourist. The same bars, the same girls, the same drunken stories about how you almost left Thailand next year. And 10 years later, you're still here, sitting on the same bar stool like it's assigned seating. Meanwhile, the girl next to you is 22 and calling you daddy for reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with fatherhood. Look, the nightlife here can be fun. Hell, sometimes it's ridiculous. You'll have nights where you wake up thinking, did I just spend the evening negotiating prices with someone wearing 6 inches of makeup and 3 inches of patience? Probably. But the guys who survive Pattaya long term know something important. You don't let the city run your life. You run your life inside the city. You build discipline. You build routine. You build something real. Because if the only thing you build here is a bar tab and a collection of phone numbers that all start with baby miss you, then congratulations. You didn't conquer Pattaya. You just became another character in it. And that is the final episode of the Pattaya story most guys never want to admit they're living. The final episode. So here's the truth nobody likes to say out loud. Pattaya doesn't ruin men. It just removes the guardrails. Back home, you've got rules, responsibilities, people expecting something from you. Here, nobody cares. You can drink every night, chase every girl, spend every baht, and the city will happily keep the lights on while you slowly turn into another guy sitting at the bar telling the same stories for the next 10 years. Because Pattaya will give you exactly the life you build here. If you build discipline, you can have freedom. If you build chaos, you'll drown in it. And that's the part most people never talk about. This city doesn't expose women. It exposes men. The good ones figure it out. The rest of them become background noise in the bars. So if you're watching this, thinking about coming here, or maybe you're already here, just remember something. Pattaya isn't the problem. The real question is, what kind of man are you when nobody is watching? And before you degenerates disappear into the comments section, huge thanks to everyone supporting the channel. The Patreon crew, the Buy Me a Coffee legends, the PayPal and Cash App maniacs keeping this train wreck rolling down the tracks. You guys are the reason we can keep making these videos and telling the stories most people are too scared to say out loud. If you enjoy the chaos, the truth, and the occasional bad life advice, hit subscribe, smash the like button, and share this with a friend who still thinks the girl texting him "miss you baby" from Pattaya is actually loyal. Spoiler alert, she's not. All right, degenerates, stay reckless, stay unapologetic, and stay tuned for more adventures in the land of smiles. Cheers, you degenerates.